Hey, Schoolie. So we're going to talk about Etsy, and I have a class that I teach on Outschool. I just did a video on Outschool if you want to teach online, but I'm going to use the PowerPoint that I've used for the kids to kind of give you an overview on what Etsy is. Then I take you into the shop. So let me share my screen with you. And we are going to talk about all the different things that you can and cannot sell on Etsy. So if you want to start a business, let's get talking about it. All right. I don't like doing the slideshow. It makes it harder. But the importance of choosing a name. And we talk about what's in a name. A rose by any other name would still smell as sweet. But this is your product. And be sure to capitalize each word of your business for better visibility. So if you're dealing with Etsy, this cannot be changed once it's created. So make sure you know which um, title you want for your business name. So I chose Gabrielle's costume. That started, I was Gabriella in a play. I went round and round. I postponed starting a business for a year and a half to 2 years just because I couldn't get a name. Nothing seemed right. I also wanted a .com. So check for .coms if that's what you want. A lot of times if you're like, I'm Gabrielle's costumes, people assume it's a .com. So if you're at .org or .ca or whatever, it might be a little bit harder for them to find you. So what can we sell? Here's just some things. We'll get into the shop. You can do fashion, clothes, jackets. You can go to a resale and embellish them, go to different fabric stores or order online. I will be posting a link to my Skool network where you can connect with me and I can help you with suppliers. And this right here, you can purchase maybe some wooden things and embellish it. Make it a candle holder or for plants. You can sell food, just be careful on that, that it meets quality standards and any updated things about that. But you can do makeup as long as it's not name brand. So if you have MAC makeup and you want to sell it, that's going to be something for eBay, not Etsy. And you can do, different spices or candles or clothes or woodworking or paintings. There's all different kinds of things. And vintage, you can find vintage things. So if you like to go garage sailing, you'll be able to do that if you have an eye for special finds. And the generally accepted definition is items 20 to 100 years old. So you got to be careful. You can't just go to Walmart and call it vintage. So the style should reflect the years in which they were made. So the thing I love, like right here, you'll see the Delft blue vase. And if that's vintage, you can sell that online. That would be something that I would purchase for my mom. My mom is Dutch. Dutch are known for that Delft blue. You also see the windmill. So things like that, that'll touch your customer's heart really do well as far as sales. If you travel, you can get some different things. People connect with different items or it brings back the nostalgia. So this is the cool thing. You can also sell crafting supplies, tools of the trade, fabrics. And I know when my grandmother passed away, there was a lot of patterns. What did I spend? I spent over $200. Now, I had a costume business and it was for the posing suits, which are like bodybuilding suits that you embellish, you rhinestone them out. But I spent $200 and I also for horse covers, like the little blankets and things or tail things. I spent like 22 or $26 on those kind of patterns, or $8 if I wanted to make a dress. So you can get some of these vintage ones at resale shops. I've gotten, for 5 to 25 cents. Patterns are really, really expensive. A lot of people don't realize that. Or if you are smart, they've closed a lot of fabric shops since COVID, but they used to have where on certain days that you could like buy five for the price of one. So if you're smart, sell each one for the same retail price and make a profit. So here you see a vintage sewing machine, but if you have access to brand new sewing machines, or if you got a gift and you don't want a sewing machine or some kind of tool, you have a soldering tool, all different things. Thread you can sell. I have, now that I'm not doing my costume business, I have a ton of embellishment stuff, scissors, rotary cutters, even like put together a little kit like tape measure. You can even make it in like a little craft basket. Get creative with it. So if you have a craft basket, that can be something to sell. You can even do like little dorm or new job things. So these are some of the items that I've sold. These I think you can see my cursor, but down at the bottom with the silver pom-poms, that is the Lady Capitals, which were a minor league professional football team. Also up here, it's been a while. I'm trying to remember the names. I call them fire starters. I don't think that's right. The Flames, the Flames. So right here, you can see I made extra special with flame fabric, and I made all those outfits. Also, you got to be careful. This is one thing I did that we cannot do anymore. Here you'll see a Miami Dolphin cheerleading outfit that I made. And you have to be careful with logos. So I had to stop. So right here down at the bottom, you see this Wonder Woman mask. I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think? Can we sell this? We can sell it. It reminds us of Wonder Woman, but it does not say Wonder Woman, doesn't have the WW. Right here, I can't sell Lions fabric anymore. You will see on Etsy people doing that. You are supposed to have a license to do that, or you will get a cease and desist. I made these steering wheel covers. Those, I used some little 420 friendly fabric. I don't do that stuff, but that fabric definitely sells. Those I were selling for like $25 to $30. And it literally took me like 6 minutes to make. And it was like just a few inches of fabric. Here it's Hello Kitty. You can't do Hello Kitty, but if you have really cool mermaid fabric, went really, really well. It was kind of metallic. Right here, I got contacted. This is kind of a cool story. I got contacted by Hardcore Pawn TV show. And these two pictures in the upper left are me doing the show. They contacted me off of my Etsy and said, those are some really cool outfits. We'd like you on our show to pawn your items. I'm like, what are you talking about? So check out Karen's Big Idea if you would like to see me in action. But here you see where it looks like Jessica Rabbit. We can sell that. I don't call it Jessica Rabbit. It just reminds you of that. And then here I did some costumes for full recitals. Here are some different ones. And here is like a Seattle Seahawks. Once again, can't do Seahawks, but you could still do like the navy blue and green. And then you can tell them, you can get some Seahawk fabric, embellish it yourself. That's up to you. You can use it for personal use. So like I said, here it says Lancome, do not use that. If you get creative, want to make your own lipstick, as long as you get rid of this, sometimes nail polish remover. I haven't tried it on Lancome, but also right here, you see this crown. And if you want to get creative, you just have to embellish it. So around Halloween, if you kind of buy them out once they clearance everything out, you can buy a crown and then let's say maybe add a cross on top. And maybe some church needs this for a certain play that they're doing. Or you can take custom orders. Let's say they want a star or the Star of David. So you can make that, or you can say, I can switch it out with whatever choice you want, a cherry on top, strawberry, whatever. Other things too is you can, right here, you see the different supplies. And I know sometimes going to different garage sales, you can get a bunch of necklaces or bracelets, and those can be used to beat up different outfits. So profits and costs, I go over this with the kids. When you're calculating your profits, always remember to account for all your supplies and hidden fees. So there are listing fees. If you join the Skool network, I will have an in-depth program to give you lifetime access to support, which will be very economical, but I'm still there. It's free to join Skool Network. So you might as well go over there and you can kind of pick my brain. But so you're going to have your listing fees. You have to remember you're going to mail this stuff. There is a way to do digital products. And I'll be able to teach you on Canva, which is up and coming. Fascinating things you can make, journals, calendars, on and on. Even stories. If you're a writer, you can make stories and sell them digitally. Some people do wedding invitations or there's so many different things. You can even do like recipe cards. It's unlimited basically. So remember your packaging, your tape, your labels, your printer ink, because it's always good to print off of the Etsy site. That way you had the tracking number. I made the mistake of, this is on eBay, but I made the mistake of not really caring. I would just send it to the post office through the post office. And I didn't pay the extra fee for the tracking because I just was trustworthy and trusting in them to get it to the people. And the people, there are some scammers out there, and they know if you don't have the tracking, all they got to do is say, I never received it, and you can't prove it. So then that eats at my cost, and I have to refund them, even though I sent out the package. So make sure you do that tracking. And that's why I want you guys to sign up, is because I can give you these little insider tricks that will help you avoid mistakes. And sometimes it's worth a small little fee to avoid all those problems. You're going to want a PayPal account. I'm sorry, there's PayPal and credit card fees. And just remember on that, it's around like 3%, 2.5 to 3.5%. Your shipping costs, international versus domestic. Now, I sold several years ago, maybe it was 5 years ago, and you have to be really careful on international shipping. It's extremely expensive. So my cheer outfits back then, it was like I think 12.65 or something to ship those out. I think priority, I don't know what it is now, but it was like 12.65. But to send it to like Germany, it was like 30, 45 bucks. Because some Germany, Australia, the different countries have different fees too. So be really cautious about international shipping. I stopped doing it. Some people would still pay it. So like a $65 cheer outfit, they're paying $45 because they want it. But you also have to remember that has to go through customs. So if it's for a birthday gift, make sure that they know that you can ship it by a certain time, but you cannot guarantee internationally when it will arrive, because sometimes it gets held for months, caught up in customs. And usually not, but sometimes. So also we have to remember our time. Those $65 outfits, by the time I embellished it and went to the store to get the fabric and, threaded up my sewing machine, really make sure you're making a profit on what you're doing, and price have confidence. You can even go and do like price comparisons. So also the wear and tear on your equipment. I have a sewing machine graveyard. I have messed up sewing. I also sewed through my thumb and had to have surgery on my thumb. So I didn't take that into account, but sometimes you can get hurt on the job. Also your electricity, internet, cleaning supplies, but you can also do tax write-offs on this stuff. And if you have like a business room or a sewing room, craft room, so marketing, should you pay to market? I tried to do the, Etsy market, and for me, it did not bring me in one sale. I spent quite a bit, not a ton, but a good chunk to where I should have had at least one sale off of it. It did not pay off at all for me. You can try it on your own if you would like to do that, but also taxes, income, and sales tax. So check the current rules. I think what it is if they live in the same state as you, they would have to pay the tax. So consult a tax person, or I'll let you guys read up on that. But my recollection was if they live in my state, they pay taxes, but if they're in California, but then there might be some end of the year stuff you got to do. Also use business cards. At that time, I was ordering from Vistaprint. But this is one thing you could sell too. You could sell to people if you get a good supply on the cards. Vistaprint was only like $20 for like 500 or so. It was really, and just like I said, I'm going to be giving you some information like Vistaprint, good place to go. So you can get free marketing through Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, Twitter, and utilize friends and family, get people talking. So how to be competitive, you want to have excellent customer service. And what is it that makes a good product? Like I said, that product, that Delph blue vase, it's just a vase. Like it's just a vase. What's the big deal? But it had emotion to it. So that's important. And how important is packaging? Do we just wrap it in tissue and send it out? There were people, because I purchased, some people did really nice packagings or put little gifts in there, but I always put a business card. It is definitely worth your business card. I had somebody contact me like 4 years later, and they're like, I had no idea what your shop name was. I couldn't remember it, but I found your card. I remember saving your card. And they contacted me 4 years later. And because of that one little 2-cent card, I ended up having a pretty substantial sale. So where should I link my Etsy website? Also, the timing of when you can list can help. So in my training, I go over that. I also go over the best place to get supplies, how to make a good posting, and so how to create products that sell. It's really important to use high quality photos. Make sure they can see. And if you have like a little blemish or flaw, make sure you're acknowledging that. Like if you have a sweater, it's got like maybe a little glue drop from the rhinestoning. Definitely show them that. You can still sell it. Maybe give them a discount if it's a little blemished, especially with your vintage stuff. If you're selling a used wooden table, make sure you show the different scratches. You can still sell it, or you can refurbish it. Refurbishing things is an excellent way to make some money. So we talk about search engine optimization. These are just using relevant keywords. And it's important to use the keywords in the description box too. You want to be descriptive. So you want to help narrow the search. So as an example, I'm selling a dress. I don't just want to say woman's dress. I don't want to say woman's zebra print dress. I want to say woman's pink zebra dress, or neon pink zebra dress, or woman's size small, and you can do it too. It was nice that I had where I could do custom orders. So I was able to make a demo cheer outfit. I also sold other things, but I can make a demo outfit and they pick what size they want. And then I would create it. You just got to be careful. Know how long it takes you to do this, and also set limits. I was really good at cranking these out. But like during COVID, I sold masks. I made like $9,500 a month selling masks because I already had a costume business. I had elastic and cotton fabric in stock. You couldn't find elastic. People needed these masks, and I was able to sell different kinds of masks for people. So are you ready to explore Etsy? So I'm going to take you in real quick. I got to stop my share. Give me 1 sec while I get this back up. There we go. All right. So I'm going to take you into Etsy for just a few seconds, guys. Let me share my screen again. And please hit that like button if this is helping you. And like I said, I will send the link in the comments, or it's also in my bio, but I'm not going to go too into like my personal kind of stuff, but it has my account, the shop manager here, and different things. You got top 100 digital downloads. These are some download things that you can do. Just to give you a quick little idea on the different things, you can do little, gift tags. You can say, Merry Christmas, love the Schullers, and have it, or have a little picture of yourself. You can have, oops, what did I click? I don't know if you can still see that. I got to stop my share to make sure you can still see. Dang it. That was my fault. I'm gonna have to do this twice. Dang. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure you can see it. All right. So you probably still can, but just to be on the safe side, thank you for bearing with me. Usually I had the kids, we can see it. No, we can't. All right. So, oh, I can't remember if you can see it or not. Dang it. All right. So maybe I should log off, but there are different things, and I do want to show you this. So let me make sure you can see it. This is where I want you. So sorry. All right. Here we go. So we're in the main page. I'm going to stay in the main page. So this right here, oh, it's not the main page, dang it. But this is in 20 plus carts for $10. There was, it was cookies. It was like $125 for cookies. You should still be able to see more. I think you can still see my screen. Sometimes there are, let's see if I can pull up cookies. Being in this screen, you should still see it. Cookies. Let's see. So right here, 36.69, $90. This is exactly what I'm talking about. $90, guys. Here's $5. You can sell recipe cards, you can sell them pre-made, but $90. These are cute. They're only $14. That might be a good gift. Macarons are $60. So if you have any family recipes, and see right here, this, I'm guessing that's Japanese. I don't think it's maybe Chinese, but mahjong, but something like that will touch somebody's heart, and you will see sometimes people don't always follow the rules, but let's look at some jewelry, and you can report people. Just make sure you're on the up and up. Let's do, all right, let's look at some jewelry. And it's loading up. If you guys are good with, I went to South Carolina, and they had, it was just like wire, and they twisted it so it was like a hurricane and attached a little shark tooth. It was made out of gold wire. I loved that ring forever. So if you're able to do little bendy twisties, my sister makes earrings. I know some of my viewers do that too. If get a rock tumbler. If you live in a place where you can find some rocks, you can polish them up, and then maybe somebody's going to buy them as a supply. So there's all different things, and you can even make keychains. Some of these, I don't know, 46 cents. It makes you wonder. Oh, I'm glad I'm not teaching the kids. Did you guys see that? But all different kinds of things. So let's look at some woodworking and just see what there is. And if this is helping, please hit the like button. Oh, you can even sell plans. I know there should be, and I can build that, so you can do t-shirts. T-shirts are big. There's no scrap wood, just pieces not yet used. And these are like great gifts. And some can be useful for people, or just great gifts. Like this would be a nice gift to give someone. And this right here, you can make magnets. That's probably wood, but you can make custom ones, not just Grandpa's, but Grandpa Joe's garage. So customization is great. This would be considered a supply. So if you have access to finding like finger protectors or gloves for people who are doing like acrylics or resin, you can sell that kind of stuff too. Just do a price comparison, cost. So to have purchases and reviews, messages. I haven't sold in a while. Look at that, 523 messages. People are wanting me. Usually around Thanks or Halloween. I get whatever your impact that's new. It's probably marketing. You can do your settings, and like I said, if you click the link to sign up, I can give you in-depth ways to add your digital products. And yeah, there's different things you have to know about, like sizes, but I help you all along the way, and I'll even give you where you can have like a walkie-talkie with me. It's through your phone, and you can contact me daily if you need help setting up your shop. So good luck to you, and I can't wait to hear what you guys like to do. If you have an Etsy shop, click it below. Click it below. Go ahead and let people know who you are. We're all here to support each other. I'll see you in the next video. Topic requests are welcome. Let's learn together.